If you're new to the SH Figuarts Dragon Ball line, where should you start collecting? Well, settle on in there, and I'll help you out with this guide. So what is going on, my fellow collectors? How is everybody doing today? Daredevil19 here, and today we are going to do another updated video on where you should begin collecting if you're new or fairly new to the SH Figuarts Dragon Ball line. Now, everyone at least wants the main characters, like Goku, Vegeta, Piccolo, Gohan, and Trunks, plus other characters like villains and such. So in this video, I'm going to give you a quick guide on the current prices of specific figures, from cheaper figures to the little more high-end priced figures, and some that are just way overpriced on the secondary market. Since I have done part 1 and 2 of these videos, Tamashinations have been making it much easier for new collectors to jump into this line, to at least get the main characters and specific villains. I know there's some collectors who practically have every figure, don't really care for this, but it is cool for new collectors to get in on the line and begin collecting with characters you mainly want to pick up first. So enough talking, let's start it off with good old Goku. Now with Goku here, they make it really easy to get just about any form of him, so you can get the reissue of the Saiyan Race on Earth, Son Goku, which will be around like $35, but if you want a 3.0 body mold, you can go with the Demonical Fit 3.0 Goku, which you can get on 5K Toys right now for around like $55, which really isn't bad. To me, that's the best base form Goku. Now, if you want a Super Saiyan one, you could either get the 2.0 reissue, Star Blast Studios' favorite that he calls Full Dookie Super Saiyan, but that one's getting reissued as well for $35, so you can probably still find it in like Target and Walmart today. And then there's also the legendary Super Saiyan Goku, the battle damaged one, the newer one. That one's around like $55-$60, which is still retail price. Now, if you want a Super Saiyan 3 Goku, still around like retailish price, like $55, something like that. And then they are reissuing the Super Saiyan Blue Goku as well, the 2.0, which you can still find in Target and Walmart today, but it's also getting reissued just like the Super Saiyan one, and that'll be around $35 as well. Then there is the Super Saiyan God Goku reissue or repaint. That's going to be around $35-$40 also for those of you who missed the original or the exclusive ones. Then if you want to get a Kid Goku, I recommend just going with GT Kid Goku because he's retail since he just released around like $55-$60 now. And then you do have the Super Saiyan 4 Goku, which is getting a reissue and still around retail price $55-$65. Now, if you want an Ultra Instinct Goku, you have the option to get the manga one that just recently released, or you could try to find the original one, but you'll probably be spending like $80 to like $100 on either one there. Now, moving on to the Prince of Saiyans Vegeta here. So if you want to get like a Scouter version, I would recommend just going with the new Namek version that we're going to be getting soon, which is retailing around like $50-$60. And then if you want a Super Saiyan Vegeta, that one's getting reissued, but you could still find it in stores like Target and Walmart, and that's around like $35-$40, and that's a good Vegeta figure. If you want like a base form Vegeta, you can go with the superhero movie version, which is still around like $30-$40, and then if you want a Super Saiyan Blue version, you could try to find the first release, or they did kind of do like a reissue, and those prices vary. You just got to find one for a decent price. And then there's also the Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, which is still around retail as well for about like $60-$65. And for those of you that want a Majin Vegeta, I'd recommend going with the recently, I think, San Diego Comic-Con exclusive one. That one, you'll probably be paying like $60-$100 for it.
Huh?
But that one does look much better than the original, but I feel like they're going to make like an updated version at some point. Alright, so continuing on to another main character, we have Gohan. Now, if you want to get any of the kid versions, the Saiyan Armor one is a bit cheaper, but it's still like $80-$90, and then the regular kid Gohan, which is the really good one, that's like around $150. But for both of his adult versions, like the superhero movie version or Beast Gohan is very pricey, and even the regular superhero movie movie version Gohan kind of went up in price as well. I feel like we'll get a new version very soon, but if you want a Gohan, I would recommend going with the new Cell Saga version that we're going to be getting, I think, this summer, and that's around like 65 bucks retail. So if you do want a Gohan, I would recommend just waiting on that. And if you want an adult one, you'd have to search around for a good priced one. I mean, there's still the 1.0 body molds, but I think the superhero movie version is definitely the better when it comes to the adult Gohans. And like I said, I'm sure we're going to get a reissue at some point because, I mean, it's Gohan, and people want the orange gi version of Gohan as well, which I feel like we'll get at some point, or a reissue of the superhero version one. Now, for Piccolo here, just wait. He's releasing actually this month. We're getting a reissue of him, and he's retailing for about 50-60 bucks, and this is the proud Namekian Piccolo. This one I prefer over the superhero movie version, and then if you want an orange Piccolo, you're going to be paying like 100 or over 100 bucks for it. Then next here, we're going to move on to Trunks. So we did get a repaint reissue of the Saiyan armor Trunks, and he's retailing for like 35 bucks, so you can grab that one right now. And if you want a future Trunks, I would recommend the 2.0 version. He's still around retailish price, 60 to 70 bucks, so you could still find Trunks for decent prices. And then the 2.0 Krillin, if you want a Krillin, get the 2.0 Krillin. He's still retailing around like 55 bucks, man, so pick him up before it's too late. And then with Tien and Yamcha, you're going to be paying 100 plus bucks, no matter which versions you get of them. Now for the villains here, Final Form Frieza, getting a reissue. You could still find him in Target and Walmart today. He's around 35-40 bucks retail. And then if you want to get any of his other forms, they're like 80 to over 100 bucks. Imperfect Cell, get him before he jumps up in price. He's cheaper than retail, from 50 to 65 bucks, so I recommend getting that one. We're going to get a new Perfect Cell. I know we will at some point, so don't bother getting any of the original ones. Goku Black, you want a Goku Black, get the repaint. You could still find him in stores, Best Buy, Walmart, Target for 35-40 bucks. Now if you want to get Boo, you can get Super Boo. He's selling on the secondary market from like 90 to 100 bucks, but I would recommend waiting for the Kid Boo that Tonson Arts is going to be making, which is supposed to release around the summer. Now if you want a couple other characters from like Super, you have Hit and Jiren. They're both around like 90 to 100 bucks. Huh? Now, if you want some more Saiyans, here's a Saiyan you should pick up before it's too late. I mean, they can do more reissues of him, since he recently got reissued Bardock. He's retailing 55 bucks, still retail price, so I recommend picking up Bardock before it's too late. Now, for other Saiyans, Turles, Nappa, and Raditz. So Turles and Nappa, they're like 100 plus, you know, so no matter which version of Nappa, regular or exclusive, you're going to be paying pretty much over 100 bucks. Turles is around 100, like 110. Then for Raditz, you have the regular version, which is definitely a bit overpriced. I'm seeing him sell for like 180 to over 200 bucks. I would recommend the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive version, because he's around 125 to 140, and there's also Kefla, which a lot of people don't like this figure, but she's selling for around 100. I would say just pass on that one. Next here, if you want some other just random characters that are still decently priced, so you have the Dragon Ball Super version of Broly. You could find either one of his versions from $120 to up in price. Now the superhero movie version you could find for like 95 to 110 bucks. The Z version Brolys are super duper overpriced. Beast Deities just announced that they're making one, so I would recommend waiting on that because it'll be a pretty cool figure. Now Zarbon and Dodoria, Zarbon's around 100, Dodoria's around 120, so you could still get them decently priced. Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta selling for around 100 to like 130. Android 16, both versions, no matter which one, is going for 110 and up. And then Android 17 and 18, $80 and up, from the Super versions to the Z versions. Those are pretty much like basic ones you could still get and add in your collection without breaking the bank. And there are other figures in this price range as well. I just didn't name every single one of them because there's so many figures. Now there is super duper overpriced ones. Rikum, as I mentioned, all these Z versions of Broly, the original Majin Vegeta. Cooler got pretty priced pricey Master Roshi is, and there's a bunch others that are pretty high in price, so I wouldn't really worry about those ones. Plus, there's also all the third-party companies like Beast Deities, as I mentioned, who used to be Kong Studios, and there's also Demonical Fit, who I also mentioned. Beast Deities usually does non-canon characters that we'll most likely never see in the SH Figuarts line, and Demonical Fit also does that, but they also do characters in 3.0 body molds or remake overpriced SH Figuarts figures. So these are also two great companies that make Dragon Ball figures. Tonson Arts is also jumping into this as well, as I mentioned before with their Kid Buu, and they are also going to be making a BoJack Unbound Trunks. But as I mentioned in the beginning of the video, Tamashii Nations has been doing a lot of reissues or repaints, which is great for new collectors. Plus, these third-party companies are making figures with practically the same type of quality as SH Figuarts. So now if you're jumping into the SH Figuarts Dragon Ball line, then it's a great time to get into it. But anyway, that is my video. Hope you enjoyed it, and I hope this video was able to help you out on where to start collecting in the SH Figuarts Dragon Ball line. I try to make these videos every couple years to help collectors out, but thanks for watching, and don't forget, I will catch you on the next episode of Daredevil 19, and I will also see you guys later!
We shall start with revenge.
I am the knight. Gonna change the future.